Gurudev. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Shakshurun Meditam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Today we comment from the Srimad Bhagavata, Canto 11, Chapter 29, verse 34. Martyo Yadatyakta Samsata Karma Niveditatma Vichikirshito Me Tadamritatvam Pratipadayano Mayatma Bhuyaya Chakalpateve. Which means a person who gives up all fruitful activities and offers himself entirely unto me, eagerly desiring to render service unto me, achieves liberation from birth and death, and is promoted to the status of sharing my own opulences. And we can see in the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 9, verse 32, Bhagavan Krishna who is saying the same. He says, those who surrender to me, they attain me. It doesn't matter what they are facing in the outside reality, but they should not fear anything. This is the assurance that God has given to us, who surrender to me. So it doesn't matter how we are, what we do, what kind of person we are. Krishna said, if you got that chance to know me, if you got that grace to hear about me, to chant my name, to meditate on my forms, or meditate on my Leela, if you have had this chance itself, you should consider yourself as extremely lucky, because you will attain me. There was a saint called Lala Babu. He was from Govardhan Hill. Well, first he lived in Orissa. He was born in the eastern part of India. But he moved then later to Vrindavan, to the Govardhan Hill, the mountain that Krishna lifted with his little finger to protect the people. So Lala Babu, in the morning, he would wake up, take his bath, his shower, and do his prayer. Then he would walk 23 kilometers around the mountain, and then he would go to beg for food. Whatever he got, that he would take and eat. One day, he went begging to one temple called the Giridhar temple. Giridhar temple is where Krishna lifted the little mountain. And the deity there is Giridhari, like the small deity of Goji. Lala Babu went to the temple and begged for food. The priest of the temple was very touched and he said to him, "Why do you have to go around begging for food every day? From now on, I will provide you food. You don't even need to come to the temple. I will bring you the prasad of the temple at your place. So after you do your parikrama to the Govardhan Hill, then go home and I will bring it to you." Like that, every day, the priest would bring the food to him. So the poor man didn't need to go to the temple and to beg for food. One day it so happened that it was raining tremendously, and the priest had kept food, prasad, from the temple and wanted to bring the food to this sadhu, but he could not get out because there was so much rain. It was really a torrential rain. So the priest was wondering, how will I bring this food to this sadhu? And at the same time, he was serving the deity in the temple, so he was feeling bad. The food was kept in a corner, and he said to himself, well, when the rain stopped, then I will bring him the food. But the rain did not stop, and after some hours, he went inside in the temple to get the food, but the food was no more there. So he started thinking maybe somebody took it. So he prepared another basket of food to bring to the saint, to Lala Babu. When he reached Lala Babu's house, he was very anxious because he was worrying what had happened if the poor man was starving to death. So he knocked at the door, but the saint was radiant, with light, blissful, with joy, and said, you come again to visit me? And the priest answered, what are you talking about? I am bringing you the food now. But I was worrying because of that rain and I could not bring the food. But Lala Babu said, no, you brought me food. You can see I am still eating the amount of food which you had brought to me. You brought so much food. I can't even eat all of it. Look, there is still lots of it left. There is so much left over. So the priest said, but I was in the temple all the time. I never left the temple due to this rain, so I did not bring any food to you. But who was this person? Then they realized that it was Giridhar Gopal, Krishna himself, who brought the food. And then Lala Babu said, yes, he looked exactly like you. I reprimanded him, telling him off. I told him, why did you come with this heavy rain? And he just smiled and left. So Lala Babu realized at this moment that Krishna himself came in disguise of the priest. It is said that when one is surrendered to the Lord, he comes to his devotees and he becomes the servant of the devotee. In Sanskrit, there is one word that says, the Lord looks after everybody. He looks after and cares for everybody. That's why it is said, Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. Service to mankind is service to God. So whenever you serve, always remember whoever is in front of you. It can be the divine itself. That's why Jesus said in the Bible the same. The least you do to my brothers and sisters, you do it up to me. And Bhagavan can take any form. He can take multitude of forms. He can take the aspect of people that you know or that we don't know, or people that we don't like, and come to us. So if we don't have that eyes to see him, how would we perceive him? We are longing for X, Y, Z. We are longing for realization, but we don't know what is realization. And we don't long for God. So God has so many aspects, so many names, so long for him. The Americans made once an experience. They put a shark in an aquarium with a lot of little fishes, but they separate them through a plexiglass wall in between them. So the shark, when he saw the little fishes, he wanted to eat them, so he banged his nose in front of the plexiglass. And again and again. So during months, whenever he wanted to eat the fishes, he was banging his nose. But after several months, the guy who made the experience removed the plexiglass, and the little fishes could swim around the big shark without problem, without being eaten. So if a shark can change, then for sure we could also change and change our mind. Because what is enjoying this world? Who is enjoying, if not this mind? Experiencing the good and the bad, the drama of life. First, we have to accept what is happening to us every day. Second, we have to understand that where we focus our mind, this becomes our reality. And third, when our mind becomes positive, then it will change into love. So for sure, it's not easy to become always positive, but we can try, no? This mind transforms itself through the intention that we put in it. We have to put positive things, positive intentions in our mind. Once there was a devotee of Guru Vayur. Guru Vayur is a form of Lord Krishna. And this devotee was called Putanam. This happened 500 years ago. Putanam was a devotee, and every day he would read the Bhagavatam. He would meditate on the Lord, and every month he would go to Guru Vayur, walking from home for 100 kilometers to have a darshan of Guru Vayur. And once, as he was going there, at that time it was a dense forest, some robbers attacked him. He gave them his money, everything, what he had, but he had also the Bhagavatam, and he didn't want to depart from it. The robbers were trying to take it, and Putanam thought inside himself, "Oh Lord, please help me." At this moment, as they tried to pull the Bhagavatam from him, a man on a horse was passing by with a sword in the hand, and he started beating up these robbers. So he chased them away. After that, he asked Putanam, "Where are you going?" And Putanam said, "Oh, I'm going to Guru Vayur." So the man presented himself as a minister of the king. Putanam was very happy and gave him the ring that he had to the minister to take him to the temple. The man took him on the horse and brought him to the temple. At night, the priest of the Guru Vayur temple had a dream. And he saw Guru Vayur, who told him, "Tomorrow morning, when you open the temple, you will see a ring on my finger. Give that ring to Putanam. He will understand everything." So the priest woke up in the morning, could remember this dream, and thought, okay, it was just a dream. In the morning, when he opened the temple, he saw this ring, the same as in the dream, who was on the finger of the deity of Guru Vayur. So he took it, and he could remember also that the Lord told, "Give it to Putanam." So he went out the sanctorum and asked the people who were in the temple, "Sorry, is someone called Putanam here?" And Putanam, who was there, said, "Yes, it's me." So the priest showed him the ring, and Putanam was shocked. He said, "But I gave this ring to the minister. How come that it's here in the temple? Just in some hours ago, I gave it to the minister." And then he realized that the minister was not the minister, but was Guru Vayur himself, who came to protect him. It's like this. Krishna took the form that is needed to protect his devotees. So if we have truly that devotion for Bhagavan, he will take any aspect to come and help and bring us closer to him. He will take any form to protect us, to help us to attain him. In reality, it's not him. In reality, it is not us who really move forward to Him, but it is God Himself who pulls us to Him. We think we are doing our sadhana, we are doing our parts, or we are doing our part to reach Him, but in reality, He is doing everything so that we can attain Him. In reality, we don't know what is life. We are talking about life as we knew about life, but we don't know. But He knows what is life, because He put us here on this planet. He gave us this life to us. He did not leave us alone. He put us here and He is with us. So we have to trust Him. To attain His grace, one has to have this bhakti. We need to have this love. We need to have no doubt into it. Because doubt is something where you kill yourself with it. You poison yourself. We may think, okay, it's just a little doubt that I have. But a little doubt, like it said, a little stone can make a whole mountain fall down. So why people are devoid of grace? It is because they doubt everything. They doubt themselves, they doubt God, they doubt their guru, they doubt everything in life. Even what they do in life, they don't have confidence. But if they would have faith, in the most simple way, the Lord Himself would reveal Himself to them. There was a devotee of Lord Krishna called Mukundananda. He and his wife had a son called Raghunananda, and they were worshipping Krishna. The father was taking care of the temple. One day, the father needed to go in the city and see one of his disciples who was very sick, bearing in mind that somebody had to take care of the deity. He got his son, was young, initiated. So he gave the first initiation, the Brahmin initiation, like in the North Indian way, where so the son got his janeo, his sacred thread, and with it the Gayatri mantra. Because then only then you can worship normally when you have this Brahmin string, this janeo. So the father said to his son, listen, I will not be able to look after Thakurji because I have to go to a devotee who is very sick and I want that he remember Krishna when he's dying. So you will worship the deity of the temple. The son said, but I don't know how to worship the deity. Okay, said the father, then ask your mother, she will tell you. Okay, fine. The mother said to Raghunananda, it's very easy. In the morning, you take your shower, your bath, and then you take the prasad to Thakurji. You give him the food, and you tell him, please eat it, and you close the curtain. So he did what the mother had said to him. He went inside the temple, in the sanctorum, he presented the ladus to Thakurji and said, please eat it. But nothing happened. He was waiting and finally he asked, but why are you not eating? You should eat something. This is the innocence of a child without any doubt, without any crazy thoughts inside of him. It was directly from his heart. And whatever comes from the heart, the Lord will accept it. Seeing that the Lord was not eating, not taking any prasad, he started crying. He said, why you don't accept it from me? Because I don't know any prayer, any mantras. That's why. Seeing that sincerity of this little boy who had that faith inside of him, the Lord had to come. And Bhagavan appeared in front of him and told him, why are you crying? Because you are not eating the food. And with a smile, Thakurji told him, okay, I will eat the food. He began to eat all the ladus. So the The boy then, when Thakurji went again inside the deity, took the plate, the empty plate, and went in the kitchen. And the mother asked, but where is the prasad? And he said, but he has eaten everything. Bhagavan did not let anything. Well, the mother did not believe him. So the next day, the same thing happened, and after 4 days, the father came back, and the mother said everything to the father. And he said, okay, do you think he is jacking all the laddus and eating them for himself? I don't know, said the mother. So the father said, okay, fine, listen, I will hide in the temple and look what is happening. So he hid himself in the temple. The boy came with the laddu tray and went behind the curtain. And the father could hear that he was talking to somebody, but he could not see no one. He could just hear the words of his son. So he looked and he could see what was happening. He saw that Krishna was there, seated with his son and eating the laddus. He got so shocked that in this state of shock he made a sound. At that moment, Krishna looked at him and said, "You have never seen God eating?" And then at this moment, he had eaten just half a laddu. Krishna went back in the Vigraha, in the Murti itself, with a half a laddu in his hand. You see, to attain the grace of seeing the Lord, it's not a difficult thing. But if our mind is always filled with so many things, then how do we expect to have His grace? Even the most easy thing becomes then difficult. But if we have a sincere devotion, if we have a sincere longing for Him, if we have a sincere want, we need this longing. That longing must be there. And once it is there, everything becomes easy. If we have that sincerity in our devotion, then how could the Lord say no? Jai Gurudev.